Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are the correct names you pray to. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Those are the men that taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I'd like to also give citations to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth with all righteousness and sincerity, which is the real house of David. I wanted to speak on this article that I came across. Says Louisiana could ban sleeping on the street. Will it get homeless people help, or a rap sheet? I'm not really going to go into the article. You can read it yourself, but it was pretty interesting because what they're saying is they're going to start making basically sleeping out on the street illegal, and if you get caught, you get a fine, and if you get caught a second time, it'll be you'll be arrested. Okay, but the whole thing is if you can't pay the fine, you're going to get a unpaid. You got to do unpaid labor, like in the community, to be able to pay off the fine. So basically, that's what does that sound like? That sounds like slavery. That sounds like forced labor. Okay, and it just shows you the mindset of this country. Like why aren't you building places? Why aren't you building more places to shelter the homeless? Okay, to actually get the homeless some help. But no, now you're actually punishing them by being homeless. Okay, because this country is fucked up, man. You got a lot of these buildings that are not even being used. Okay, why can't you put the homeless in those buildings, man? Okay, you got a lot of these not just commercial buildings. You got apartment buildings that aren't being used. Okay, but this place is ran by the wicked, man. Okay, that's why we need to get up out of here, because there's Esau and the other nations amongst these homeless, but who are a lot of the homeless, man? Our people are in the worst state. Okay, so that goes to that directly affects our people, man. Okay, and it just shows you just the bullshit the bullshit mindset that goes on in Babylon. Okay, we would never have. How is this a kingdom and you got homeless people in your kingdom? Because this place is not meant for everybody, man. It's just meant for the wicked to rule. Okay, and shit, they even like I said, it's not a lot of the people are Jake. Okay, but they even punish their own people. Your own people are in a fucked up state in your kingdom. So that just shows you this is a bullshit kingdom. This is truly just hell. So I'm gonna just get a couple scriptures to go along with this Salakia. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, man. Okay, so this is a unrighteous decree, man. This is pure wickedness. Okay, how do you? They're homeless. How do you expect them to pay that fine? Okay, you know they're not going to pay that fine, so basically you just creating a rule to get free work. Okay, and that's how this kingdom was built up through slavery. That's why it was able to gather so much wealth. Okay, because it was built freely. All right, so that's basically just that's a slick way of still doing slavery type things, man. Those things you only would hear about in quote unquote a third world country. This is supposed to be the land of the great, man. The land paved in the streets paved in gold. That's what people. That's what they used to push. But that just shows you, no, this place is a fucking dump, man. And they treat their own people terrible, okay? And and they'll try to paint other countries as being anti-American. Well, yeah, and technically they are, but they're showing you the bullshit things that you do, man, okay? You don't treat your own people right, so why should you get respect? You shouldn't. Let's go to Proverbs 14 and 31. He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoreth him have mercy on the poor. Okay, but what does this country do? It oppresses the poor. So that's how you know these people aren't of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's a clear example right there. Because if this was the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the poor would not be oppressed. There'll be no such thing as the poor, okay? Everybody would be doing fine. Now, of course, there's levels to that. There's nothing wrong with having tiers of people, long as you're morally being treated fairly, okay? You have a system here to where you can have a job that pays, but it just pays just to have money in your pocket. You can't pay all your bills. You can't. If this system was correct, all jobs you should be able to pay for housing, man. Housing should be the least of concern here in this side, man. If you work at McDonald's, there should be a wage to where you can afford to live in an apartment, okay? Should at least have a room. If you work in them type of jobs, you can't even afford a room, man. That's slavery. That's pure wickedness, man. Okay? You oppress the poor, so you don't respect Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're not of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why we know this is a wicked kingdom, man. Okay? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor and violent perverting of the judgment and justice in the province, marvel not at that matter. For he that is higher than the highest regardeth, For he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. So if you're seeing this, which we all see because we're paying attention, okay, and we're of the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we don't get too worked up about it, because this is what Esau does, man. This is what Esau does, okay? He oppresses the poor, man. It says, if thou seest the oppression of the poor and the violent perverting of judgment, okay? And that's all this is, man. This system is just a corrupt ass system, but we shouldn't be shocked at it because this Esau is running it, okay? He is the wicked. He is opposite of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay? He is set to do these things, okay? So while this is like, damn, this is some bullshit, man, we know this is what Esau does. This is what he does, man. He's just truly a walking parasite, man. He just destroys anything he touches, and nothing good can come from him, man. Okay, and the good that quote unquote does come from him is all through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, it's just using him as the vessel to, like as the internet, the unicorn. It's a great invention, okay? But that don't come from him. That come from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai creating that to get the truth out there, man, to the four corners of the world, okay? Nothing good comes from him, man. All wickedness, okay? And like I said, even the good things that quote unquote come from it, he uses as wickedness, man. Because he's a fucking devil. Excuse my language. We go to 2 Timothy 3. We'll start at 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. Now, while these aren't new things that is happening, these things happened before in other times, but now it's on a broader scale, okay? Now it's normalized. It's normalized to see kids disrespect parents. That's not, back in the day, that was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Now, we're in the righteous state now, so it bug us out now, but we're used to seeing it, okay? We're used to seeing those characteristics, and that's how you know we're at the end. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers. This is Esau's bio right here. False accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of God. That's Esau, man. That's the rest of these nations. That's 2/3 of Jake, because they follow after Esau's ways. Okay? Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away, man. So when you see these things, you know we're at the end of time. We're at the end of days, man. Okay, and something and having a decree like that, like they're doing, like they're going to do in Louisiana, that shows all that. That encompasses everything that we just read. Okay, that is wickedness, man. That is pure wickedness, and it's like, where are the people that are in a uproar about this, man? And again, it's going to be mostly our people, man. You got a lot of our people down there. Okay. So again, yes, you'll have Esau mixed in amongst that. There's poor homeless Edomites. There's poor homeless of these other nations. But that is a direct target at Jake, because Jake is in the worst position. We're under the curses, so of course we're going to be in the worst positions. We're going to dominate that. But they're going to get paid back for that, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get I can end it off with this. Let me get James. Let me get James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Okay, because you getting all these riches now. Okay, but it's not going to mean nothing in the end of days. Okay, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them that shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord Sabbath. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Okay, so you think you're getting away with this shit, man? You really think you're getting away with this shit because you being a bully. That's what you are. You're basically being a bully. You know you can fuck Jake up, okay? You know Jake, the position they're in, okay? Now the higher ups. Now most people don't know this, but the higher ups know that Jake a curse, man. So they know they can get this shit off, okay? We can't fight back, and then if we do try to fight back, they slaughter us, man, because it's not that time, okay? It's not that time. All right, and then again, that's a small, minute people. Like it says, and he doth not resist you. Okay, we can't resist what he brings to us on the side, man. He can do whatever he wants to us, and he's doing that. He's being a bully by doing that. Okay. Be patient, therefore. So we got to be patient in this thing. All right. Brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he receive the early and latter rain. Okay, so we understand these things that we got to go through, but we gotta endure it. Okay, it says endurance to the end, even unto death. All right. So yeah, it might be a hard situation, but we have to keep fighting. Not physically fighting, but fighting with spiritual gifts and patience, man. Okay, because we don't want to trick ourselves out of our position, man. Okay, so we got to continue to wait on the Lord. Okay, that's having faith. Okay, we believe He is coming to save us. Okay, we believe He is going to crack that sky and come to save us out of this hellhole, man. Yes, we do believe that. We believe a black man is going to come down with chariots, man. Okay, and save us. Because people like to say that we had a friend in the world say that to me and the brother Ali Shah. Like, you really think a black man is gonna come with chariots and come rescue y'all? Yes, yes. It might sound crazy to you, but you know what? When you fucking see it in that day, man, remember those words. Remember those words. We are not ashamed of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. We are not ashamed of this truth, okay? Because it is real. It is a fact. We believe this. Okay, and you believe in this wicked ass system that is doing these bullshit decrees, man. You dumbass niggas. Verse 8, be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh, man. So we just gotta wait, man. We gotta wait. We gotta endure these BS things that they put out there, okay, that affects some of us, okay. This shit, this place is going down, man. It's truly going down, man. We see it's a quote unquote pause in the war right now, But we know it's about to pick right back up, okay? And we're just patiently waiting, man, and trying to build ourselves up and to prepare ourselves for the even more hell that's about to come, so we can just have faith and endure, man. All right, so that was all I really wanted to speak about. Hopefully you've been edified. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Fast, pray, do whatever you can do to make yourself worthy to get up out of here, man. Okay, because we clearly see this is the end. So just keep enduring, brothers and sisters. Shalom.